I will show you how these two voltages are generated in a live right now, my friends. Okay, we have the first voltage for the RAM. This is basically DDR3. We have the second one. I will show you how these two are generated step by step. Please smash that like and let's get started. From the beginning, I will show you from the beginning, my friend. From here, from the power adapter, do you see? From the power adapter, we have 19 volts. Okay, my friends, here, we have 19 volts. Okay, good. The 19 volts will pass through a protection diode, 19 volts. Then it will go directly to the first switch. Then other side. Then this switch. Then the other side. Good. We have 19 volts. From here, the 19 volts will pass through what? Okay, will be present here. Here, we have 19 volts in the current sense resistor. From the current sense resistor, it will be redirected to where? To 3 volt, 5 volt circuit. 19 volt will be present here in the input ceramic capacitors, and then we will get 5 volts, and that 5 volt will be applied to the RAM circuit. We have 5 volts. This 5 volt will be the input of this IC. Then this IC will generate 1.5 volts and 0.75, the half, the VTT. 1.5 volt, 0.75. These 2 voltages will be directed to the RAM. Okay, if we check here, this capacitor, 0.74, this one, 1.5 volts. Good. From the input, guys, to the RAM. Means if you understand this process, you can troubleshoot, go like this. From RAM, passing to the RAM circuit, passing to the ceramic capacitors, to 3 volt, 5 volt circuit, until the input. And then you will find where the problem. Did you understand, my friends? Okay, guys, I told you that understanding the process is the most important thing if you want to master hardware. So, always we have, here we have the VN, the input, we called it the B+. Please, attention. So, this VN, as I told you, could be varied depending on type of laptop. It could be 19 volts, like here, to 5 volts. Of course, it could be 18, it could be 15, etc. Okay, this power jack, basically, let's see here we have power jack connected to the ground, of course. And here we have the high pin, high. This one will be connected first to a diode. This is for protection. Usually you'll find like this, or a fuse. Sometimes you'll find inductors, okay? Inductors, L1, L2. Then you will find, my friends, switch. It could be one switch, okay? It could be Q1, just one switch, or sometimes it could be 3. Here we have gates. Okay, my friends. In our case here, we have 2 switches. So let's see, we have 2 switches. Q2. Nice. After these 2 switches, basically, it will be applied to a current sense resistor. Okay, resistor. Usually, you will find above it R010, current sense resistor. You can check 19 volt into current sensors. After that, my friends, we will get B plus. Nice. This B plus will be applied to all circuits on the motherboard, including 3 volts, always 5 volts, always CPU circuit, RAM circuit, etc. Okay? But sometimes other circuits like CPU and RAM will not get as input 19 volt. It will get 3 volt or 5 volt as input, like what we have seen in the board. Okay, let's see the RAM, for example. Let's check the RAM circuit using the multimeter and then continue analyzing the process. Okay, my friends, let's see first the RAM circuit again. Let's see the RAM circuit. Nice. Let's connect the adapter. The black probe in the ground, everywhere in the ground. Okay, like this. Put the multimeter to 20 volt. Of course, if you have the digital multimeter, you can just select auto range. Okay, let's get started. For RAM, for example, I will show you, my friends, how this voltage, okay, 0.74. Let's check here. We need first we need the VDD or the main voltage. We have 1.5 volt. Okay. For the RAM, it needs 1.5 volt and it needs also the half, the VTT 0.75 volt. I will show you what we have seen about the RAM circuit. So, for the RAM circuit, the voltage starts from the power jack, okay, from the power jack, okay, the power jack, of course, connected to the ground, and then the first diode, protection diode, okay, over here, my friend, the protection diode here, okay, and then the 2 switches, the first switch, Q1, the second switch, or MOSFET, Q2, and then the current sense resistor, we find 19 volt current sense resistor are good. So from the current sense resistor, the 19 volt go here to these capacitors, 3 ceramic capacitors, the input, okay, and then through the MOSFET and the inductor electrolytic capacitor to get 5 volts. So here we have basically, let's see, here we get B plus. Okay, this B plus will be applied to 3 ceramic capacitor connected to ground. These 3 ceramic capacitors will be connected, of course, to the first MOSFET. Okay, my friends, the first MOSFET Q. The drain here, the source, the gates, we have an IC that controls the first MOSFET. The source of this one connected to the drain of the second MOSFET. Basically here, I'm here, my friend, I am here. Okay, this MOSFET will be, the source will be connected to the ground, and the IC. The IC for the 3 volt 5 volt circuit is in the back, this one. Okay, from here, these 2 MOSFETs, as you see here, my friends, as you see, these 2 MOSFETs, these 2 here are connected to this inductor. So we have here inductor, and then we have here electrolytic capacitor. So we have here electrolytic capacitor connected to the ground. Nice. Okay, this inductor we will get here 5 volt, and of course here we have 5 volt. This 5 volt will be applied to another IC. Normally this is RAM IC. Okay, then this RAM IC, sometimes some ICs generate 2 voltages. The main voltage VDT and the secondary voltage VTT. In our case 0.74, 5 and 1.5 volts. But in some case, in some RAMs, you will find 2 ICs. First IC, okay, that generate VDT, in our case 1.5 volts, and the second IC, okay, this VDT here, okay, my friends, will be applied to another IC. We called it divider. It will divide 1.5 volts to generate what? The VTT 0.75 volt. Okay, my friends. So this is how things work in the motherboards. I hope that you understand. So guys, for 3 volt, 5 volt circuit, as I told you, it's easy. In every board, you will find, okay, in every board, my friends, let's take this one also. Here, 3 volt, 5 volt, 2 channels near to each other. This board, for example, 2 channels, 3 volts, 5 volts. Inductor, capacitor, IC, inductor, capacitor, inductor, MOSFETs, input, serum capacitor, capacitor, inductor, same duplicated channels. If you shan't bypass it, the motherboard will work properly, no problem, but not forever. You can make a bypass until you get another MOSFET like the failed one, and change it, okay? No problem, guys. Because if you make a bypass, normally the motherboard will be failed again, because the bypass is not safe. Even if there is a problem in the board, the 19 volt will still pass in here. So guys, thank you very much. I hope that you understand. So see you next time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell icon. For anyone who wants to accelerate learning, you can join me in my Patreon page, my Facebook group, my website, all links in the description. Thank you very much, my friends.